Hey, it's Ping Rob, and today we're going to install and configure RetroArch on our Windows 11 PC.
I'm in a blah blah beep port. Check out my beard.
Little jealous?
RetroArch is a program that allows us to play games from over 50 classic systems, like the Nintendo 64, the Game Boy Advance, the PlayStation 2, and just about everything that came before them. To get started, you'll need a PC with an internet connection, a controller, and some ROM files of your favorite classic games. I like to organize my ROMs into subfolders for each console or handheld. This may reduce the likelihood that RetroArch will mix up your Super Nintendo ROMs with, say, your Atari 2600 ROMs. We'll see why this is important in just a moment. On our Windows PC, we're going to go to retroarch.com. We're going to go to Get RetroArch. And now we're going to look for our platform on this page. We're going to scroll down. And here's where it says Windows 11/10/8.1. If yours is any one of those, you are on the right video. Go ahead and click Installer 64-bit. We're going to save it there. And now we're going to go ahead and open it up. It's going to give us a UAC prompt. Hit yes. Click next. I agree. Default directory is fine, so hit next. What is that? Next. Install. And we're going to skip over this part because it's boring. And now we're going to go ahead and click Finish. At this point, I'm going to plug in my 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller, which I reviewed in a previous video, and I'm going to use that to control RetroArch and navigate through its menus. The reason I'm doing it that way is because I want to make sure RetroArch auto-detects that as the Player 1 controller, and if I use my keyboard and mouse, it might accidentally think that's Player 1. So let me plug it in over here. Okay, and now the other end. Here we go. I'm going to open RetroArch. Okay, here we go. Yep, and see, SN30 Pro configured in port 1, so it recognized our controller. That's a good sign. I'm going to maximize this so that it's easier to see. When we first start up RetroArch, we're not going to be able to play any games because we don't have any cores yet. If you were a gamer at any time in the 90s and early 2000s, you may have had multiple consoles stacked beside or under your TV set. A core is basically RetroArch's version of one of those consoles. To get a core, we're going to go to the Online Updater, Core Downloader, and we'll be presented with a very, very long list of cores. The cores you download will largely depend on the platforms you want to play. In my case, I want to play Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, and the Game Boy Advance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with SNES HD Beta for SNES games. And you don't want to download more than like 3 of these cores at a time. Let's see, Lupin 64 Plus for Nintendo 64. And for Game Boy Advance, I'm going to go for GBA. And what the heck, let's do Gambit for Game Boy Color. And then we're going to go back. And next we're going to go to the Core System Files Downloader. Some cores require extra files in order to play games. So we're going to, let's see. Thankfully, it looks like the cores we've downloaded don't require any extra files, so let's go back to the main menu here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure our video settings are correct. So we're going to go to Settings, Video, Output. And you're going to change this to whichever driver you prefer for your PC. I'm going to leave it at D3D11 just because that tends to be the safe option. But if you have OpenGL or Vulkan set up, you may want to change it to that. All that is correct. And one more thing we're going to check is the input settings. Since my controller was recognized automatically, I don't need to change anything here. But if yours isn't, RetroPad binds is a great way to make sure that the buttons on your controller correspond to the buttons on whatever game you're playing. That said, if you're playing with more than one player, you may want to go under each port, select Device Index, and select whichever controller each player is using. Despite my best efforts, I don't have a player 2 in my life yet, so the default settings are just fine for me, and I'm going to go ahead and go back. And one more thing we want to configure is rewind settings. Rewind will allow us to basically go back in time in whatever game we're playing. So for example, if we fall into a pit in Mario, we can just rewind and jump over it instead. This is something I wish I could do in real life. We're going to go ahead and turn rewind support on. I would recommend turning this up a little bit. I'm going to say like, how about 4 frames? Rewind buffer size, I'm going to increase, come on. I'm going to increase it to like 1,000. Actually, 1024 looks good. That's the maximum setting, so all we need to do is go back to that. And for most of us, that should be about all we need as far as settings go. So what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and import some content, so that way we can actually play some games. Let's go to Import Content, Scan Directory. I'm going to go to my ROMs. I'm going to start with GBA, scan this directory, and it's going to scan a lot of games. I'm going to go back, select N64, scan this directory also. It's going to go a little bit slower. Again, that's why I don't recommend doing more than a few at a time. And SNES, scan it. Yep. We're just going to let it do that.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So now that it's finished scanning, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the online updater again. We're going to go to Playlist Thumbnails Updater. We're going to do each system here.
1 hour later.
And as you can see, this process took longer than everything else combined. I actually went ahead and had myself some lunch while this was happening. We're going to go back to the online updater and turn on-demand thumbnail downloads on. Just in case we decide to expand our video game collection, this will make sure those thumbnails download automatically. And now, let's get to the fun part. Let's play some video games. First things first, we're going to go ahead and load the core for our desired system. In my case, that's going to be in GBA for the Game Boy Advance. We're going to go to Game Boy Advance, and I'm going to press the up key to search. Oh wait, no, that's not the up key, that's the Y button, isn't it? Yep, Y button. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and search for Doom. And press start to search. Alright, let's go ahead and play some Doom. Alright, so to play Doom, we're going to go ahead and select Doom in the list. We're going to select Run. Current core. Okay, let's see if it works. Here we go. Maximize it. Now, Doom is a game that's known for being able to run on many different platforms. I've seen it run on refrigerators, printers. I even got it to run on a second-gen iPod Nano. So this game is very well known. That's a little loud. Let me see if I can turn it down a bit. Okay, let's see. At the very least, I can turn the music off. Okay, let's see. I'll get used to it. Let's see, new game. I think it's this one. I'm too young to die. Let's see. And the basic premise of this game is to shoot everything that moves. So let's walk way the heck up here. There we go, we got some armor. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Okay. Oops, okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, hopefully. There's a window on that side, so we should be able to just clear this corner. Okay, let's see. Can we clear this? Okay, cleared that corner. Okay. Jeez, okay, okay. Alright, here it comes, here it comes. Got that, okay. Whoa-oh, uh-oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I remember this part. This is where I usually die on this part. Oh, boy, okay. This is usually where I die, isn't it? I forget. Okay. Oh. Time than I needed to, but that's okay. Here we go, here's the exit. Okay. And here's the exit. And we got some some armor and throw the switch, Igor. There we go. So to exit the game, I'm gonna use my mouse here. I'm gonna go to File, Quit. Okay, actually that quit RetroArch. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oops. Okay. So next, I think we're gonna go ahead and try something from the Super Nintendo. Let's get our search. Screw it. I'm just gonna use the keyboard. Search for Donkey Kong. Since the Super Nintendo lacked 3D hardware, most of its games looked flat. This game isn't one of them, and that's what set it apart from the competition. I forgot the original had a gramophone in it. It's like, get out of here, you old fart. I've got my rap music to listen to. Let's try this. Come on. Come on. start. Right. Okay, here we go. Got this. Here we go. One player. Jungle hijinks. There we go. Oh, crud. Missed it. Yeah, you can tell I'm not very good at this, huh? Did I just... Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I learned something new today. Bye-bye, birdie. Okay. There we go. That boy. Okay. Or should I say that a monkey? That's how you do it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I just got a bunch of bananas. Get it? A bunch of bananas. The puns are terrible today. Here we go. Let's have a look. Did I just go above the stand? Holy crap, that's so funny. Okay. See if I can find a different way to get back to the... Let's try command menu toggle. Oh, I see. Okay, so just close content. There we go. That's how you get out of the game. Okay. Easy enough. Let's let's go ahead and go back. And let's try something from the Nintendo 64. We're gonna hit our search button again. Going to... what should I... Oh, I know. Let's do Super Smash Bros. Run it. Open 64. There we go. Here we go, Super Smash Bros.
Choose your character. Yoshi. Yoshi personal league.
Maybe I should put him in the description. Is that all you got? So that's literally all I gotta do is just eat him, crap about, and then, oopsie. Got him. Man, this really is easy. So let me try command, menu toggle, close content. Alrighty. This is cool. This is cool. Alright. I don't know why I didn't install this sooner. This is cool. So there you have it. You're ready to play thousands of classic games on your PC. Which one will you play first? Do you have any fond memories of these classic games? Tell us about it in the comments down below. I love hearing stories about how video games and technology in general have brightened people's lives.